Alright, JP the third here, VNSNow.com. No warming up in the bullpen. It's the day of the debut. And I'm kind of on pins and needles because I don't know what's about to happen next. Let's find out. It was finally the day of the live. Despite having stayed late to work, I practically jumped out of my futon when my alarm went off. My body was on high alert. Today was the day. This is not going to be pretty. I rushed to the office, my heart already pounding. Oh, morning, producer-san. As expected of our busybody faux lolly, Aki had beaten me to the office. Good morning. Ready for the big day? Of course I am. I don't know about the others, though. It's still early. They should be here in a moment. Just as I said that, the door opened. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Ah, listen to this, producer-san. You wouldn't believe what happened last night. I got hassled by these super annoying guys. There were like 8 of them, all surrounding me. Oi, that sounds shady as hell. You think they could have been Yakuza? Well, it just seemed like garden variety losers to me. But it was annoying as hell to get away from them. They kept following me for at least 10 minutes. It's just because Julie dresses like a super bitch that she attracts that kind of attention. Oi, shut your brat trap shit, lolly. Well, I'm glad you managed to get away from them. Remember, you're an idol now, so you need to be more careful of guys trying to pick you up on the street. Just one suggested photo is all it takes to get the rumor mill started. The paparazzi's out to sell gossip, not report the truth. Ah, so that's what you're worried about. Oh, alright, I hear you. Sasami walked through the door. Good morning. It's a bright and sunny day today, isn't it? Well, that makes a lot of people come to the live. The 3 girls sat down on the sofa and talked amongst themselves. Oh, Julie's past is gonna bite us, I just don't know how yet. So far, so good, but where were the other 4 girls? 4 other girls. I don't know what I said. I looked at the clock. It was now 8 a.m. I wonder why they were running late. Just then, Nemo walked through the door. I apologize for my tardy appearance, producer-san. Don't worry, not everyone's here yet anyways. Did something happen? Just the usual family argument. Please do not worry too much, producer-san. Surely these sort of disagreements occur in every family. In any matter, my parents have permitted me to participate in the live, so there should be no further complications. Alright. But where were the others? Ah, by the way. Nemo opened the door again, revealing a right strand of hair hiding beyond the edge of the door frame. Mika-chan, I found you! Mika pulled her head back and attempted to make a run for it. Nemo grabbed a hold of her and plopped her down into the office. Mika crumbled to all floors and crawled behind the sofa, her head buried in her hands. Mika, what's the matter? As I suspected, being an idol in front of a live audience is too big a task for someone like myself. The darkness is where I belong, specifically the cozy darkness of an 8-tatami apartment with the curtains firmly shut. Producer-san, this is beyond my abilities. I'm sorry, but a human failure such as myself cannot be expected to sing and dance like an idol. In truth, I was just a human failure all this time. Oi, Mika, it's totally normal to get nervous before a live. Get a hold of yourself. I knelt down and tried to coax Mika into returning to normal. Mika, you practiced hard for this. Besides, a human failure would never even have managed to come this far. Literally, you walked to this door. I'm pretty sure you want to do it. You just have to get out of your own head. Mika's eyes welled up with tears as she looked at me. Producer-san! She crawled into my lap and bawled into my chest. I only wanted to be part of anime. This is reality. The cold hard fact is that I am neither pretty nor talented enough to become an idol. Why did I ever decide to sign on to this fool's endeavor? I should have remained in the comfort of my home and enjoyed the idol world in front of the television screen, safely wrapped inside a warm blanket. Woe that this is not an anime and I cannot simply transform into a magical idol girl merely because I believe in the power of love. Or that we are not assured of happy ending merely for fighting on the side of justice. This is... What an unavoidable plot of relevant disasters strike with no fortune. This is becoming oddly specific. We'll be upon this cruel, cruel reality. Mika awkwardly patted the back of her head. It's alright, Mika. It's totally normal for girls to cry before their first live. Oh, Trini-chan, you're really getting on my nerves. Aki knelt down and gripped Mika's shoulders. Of course the world's unfair. Of course real life is a scary-ass place. But only pussy carriers hide in the dark and wait for a quiet and lonely death. You gotta march out, grab life by its horns, and wrestle it to the ground if you want to get anywhere in this world. Success ain't just gonna be handed to you on a platter. You gotta fight till you go crazy. You gotta be scared so willis that you want to die, or else you ain't doing it right. But Aki-chan's words are correct. But Mika-chan, we're here for you as well. We're all... The door slammed open, interrupting the girl's dramatic pep talk. Again, oddly on point. Oh, jeez. Someone got wasted! Maria swaggered in, barely keeping her balance. I stood in shock at her messy appearance. Her hair a wild mess, and her clothes were almost dangling off her. Maria? Shit, you stink of alcohol. Did you even take a shower yesterday? Huh? What are you talking about? Can't smell a thing. Anyways, let's rock this fucking life and become idols. I don't have anything left anyways. Maria lost her balance and swayed into a whiteboard. Whoops! Forget that. How are you planning to dance in that condition? Besides, you look like you spent the night under a bridge. Shut up. Not the first time an idol's done a live smashed. Ah, what a cherry boy. Happens all the time. Give me some water. Gonna get me fixed. Okay. Sami ran into the break room and prepared a jug of water as the rest of the girls murmured. So far, we had Mika trembling on the floor and Maria leaning against the whiteboard in a drunken stupor. Oh shit, and on top of that, weren't we still missing someone? I reached for my cell to check what was going on. I saw a message from Natan. Sorry, Pikun, I'm at the hospital right now. Got into an accident at work. What? Well, I was wide in the shock as I pressed my cell against my face to double check that I was reading her message right. Everyone, Natan's been hurt in an accident. This would be darker if it wasn't just so over the top. Eh? I'm going to the hospital to check the situation. Ah, me too. Oi, you think we're just going to sit here after telling us that? Come on, let's go. Yeah. Well, that woke her up. Eh? Mika-chan, let's go. The seven of us rushed to the hospital. Maria is still looking like a woman of profession best left unmentioned. We went up to the receptionist and found the ward where Natan had been admitted. In a panic, all of us raced into the elevator and marched through the halls of the hospital, our hearts pounding. Natan was always so cheerful. She was without a doubt the moon maker of the team and the most energetic out of the girls. What if something terrible happened to her? What if... Producer-san, I clenched my jaw despite the overwhelming fear in my heart. I was everyone's producer. No matter what happened, I had to be the bastion the girls could rely on. We arrived at... We arrived in Natan's room. With a deep breath, I opened the door, my blood pounding. A row of beds extended through the room, and in one of the beds was... Oh no! Natan! We saw a figure wrapped from head to toe in a thick white cast. Natan! Suddenly clasped by the bedside, tears running from her eyes. What could have possibly have happened? How did things turn out this way? Mika's eyes lost focus as she crumbled to her knees, knocked out cold from shock. She was always so happy for something like this to happen. There have been 2 fake outs so far, and I need to step away from the mic. There have been 2 fake outs so far. She's fine. That's gotta be the old man. Yep, there she is. Yeah, well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. The hell's going on here? We were supposed to have our lives today, but she just had to die before we could accomplish her dreams. Dead? Who's dead? Natan's ghost! As if, you moron. It's obvious Natan's still alive. Besides, if she was in a body cast, how the hell would she even have sent the message to the producer? Okay. Credit where it's due. After all that over-the-top drama, that is pretty much how you break the tension. It wasn't even the reveal that Natan's okay. That was it. It was Julie's line. This line. It's how you break tension. Good job to the writers. That was nice touch. Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. I'm breathing into the mic. I apologize. I'm working on myself as a Let's Player and a YouTube personality. I promise. I have my hand on my brow. What a mess. Alright, girls. Let's get out of here. We're disturbing the other patients. We return to the hallway. How are you feeling, Nighttime? There was a bit of an accident at the construction site last night, but luckily no one was seriously hurt. I just scraped my knees a little, that's all. Sure enough, Nighttime's knees were wrapped in bandages. But don't worry, nothing's broken or anything, so I can still dance fine, and the bandages will be covered up with thigh highs anyway, so no one will even notice. Are you sure you're okay? How deep is the injury? I'm fine, just a little playground scrape, not a problem. Thank goodness Nighttime's safe. It would have been a big deal if you hurt yourself before the live. Be careful. Julie slapped Mika's cheeks until she jerked back awake. Oi, wake up. Nighttime's fine. Nighttime. Right here. The dark specter of our fallen comrade has materialized. Like I said, Nighttime doesn't have a ghost. I need water. The crisis averted. Maria was not bent over, the color of paper. Cold beads of sweat began to drip down her temple. Oh my, look at the time. Upon naming his words, suddenly realized it was already almost past noon. Yeah, we're gonna be late for the dress rehearsal. Come on everyone, let's go. Alright, well, what she said. Hey guys, wait. No time, we can't miss our first live. But, Mika-chan, let's go. Sasami grabbed Mika's hand and pulled her away before Mika could protest. The rest of us took off for the live house as well. In all of my time as a producer, I never met a more unreliable group of talents. But they were my girls. I just had to deal with it. This was just my life now. We somehow managed to arrive at the live house in time for the rehearsal. I had already got everything delivered here the other day. The girls quickly donned their uniforms and did their makeup. I can't believe it. Ugh, your hair's a mess. Julie shook her head as she straightened Maria's hair with an iron. She leaned into Maria's neck and gave it a sniff. Smells like shit. Maria was hunched forward, barely clinging on to the remaining strands of her consciousness. Are you really going to be able to perform like this? Shut up. Famous last words. Couldn't have said it better myself. Sami burst into the room bearing an armful of water bottles. Here. Thanks. Oh, lordy. Maria grabbed the water and chugged it down. This is gonna get worse before it gets better. Then why the hell did you drink so much the day before the live? It couldn't be helped. I got sacked from work. I'm tired of being a piece of shit. I was having to suck up to others. Getting my ass groped all the time at work. Well, not anymore. I'm going to do it. I'm finally going to be a... Maria suddenly gripped her mouth. Eee. Everyone backed away as Maria's chest heaved. Oh dear. Here. Maria gulped her vomit down, her teeth clenched, sweat pouring down her face. Ugh. I'm going to be an idol. Even if that's the last thing I'm going to do. Gotta admire her resolve. That would have been a lot cooler if we didn't just see you eat your own puke. Shut up, shit lolly. We somehow managed to get through the rehearsal. Now, it was time for the real thing. We were singing 2 songs, a cover and our debut song. By pro standards, 2 songs were nothing. Hardly even a mini live, but I looked over to the girls. Simon looked over the others with worry. Maria was in her usual sour mood. The alcohol was just beginning to wear off. Mika was kneeling on the floor, her eyes clenched shut, and rubbing her palms together high in the air, as if praying to the idol gods for mercy. Natan looked completely oblivious to the other's stress and happily chomped on a yakisoba bread. I had it right the first time. Numa had her usual ditzy smile, but we could all feel the dangerous aura lurking below. Julie had nothing but a confident smirk, but I could tell her lips were trembling. Aki merely waited for the moment the curtains raised, her arms crossed and eyes closed. Cross your fingers and toes, everybody. Everyone, it's time. Shall we do a cheer? The girls gathered together into a star, their arms around each other's shoulders. We are... Oh dear. Well, there are definitely people there because I see feet. But that's not the... This is not the way it could end. Keep your fingers crossed! The curtain's raised! Ah! Simon's eyes widened. The lifehouse was packed with audience members. Hundreds of glow sticks waved at her. Everyone. Let's go! I watched backstage as the girls performed their first song. The venue owner was pleased to report that all of the tickets had sold out, although we still didn't know how much of it was our doing. But at least we had that initial victory. Now it all came down to the girls. Oh dear God. Julie, Maria, and Sasami finished their routine in the front row and spun backwards as Aki, Nemu, Mika, and Natam rotated forward. Come on, kid! Ruby's head was spinning. Was the music this loud during the rehearsal? And there were so many people. She went too far and collided into Nemu. Oh no! Just as Nemu wrapped her arms around Mika and leaned forward while stuffing Mika's face into her boobs. Ruby, sure. Whoa! The crowd seems to like it. The crowd rewarded as Mika's small, innocent face was devoured by Nemu's breast. Let's save Nemu. Mika and Nemu split apart as Aki and Natam fell back and replaced with Maria. Oh dear. Oh, it's those geeks! Ogawa Kiyosuke rubbed his eyes as the girls danced on stage. He shook his companion by his shoulders and pointed. Oi! Isn't that Yamamoto Maria from Quasar? What's she doing here 2 years later? What's more, that's Kashiwagi Aki. I haven't seen her since she was 14. Eh? She's re-debuting? Wouldn't she be legal? That's not something you admit out loud! Oi, keep your head out of the gutter. Kiyosuke raised both his glow sticks and bellowed. Anyways, we've got to show our support. Maria! Aki-chan! Oni-chan never forgot you! Oh dear Lord in heaven! What have we got ourselves into? The girls panted as the first song ended. The wrong warm-up song is over. Now, it's time for our debut. You are not going to make it. Maria straightened up and smiled for the audience. The next song will be Starnova's debut song. Even though we are not perfect, please cheer for us as we dance our hearts out. But inside, Maria was doing everything in her power not to double over in agony. After just one song, every part of her body was burning in exhaustion. I guess this means I've gotten old. Used to be I could drink all I wanted and be fine the next day. But now... Meanwhile, Natam waved to the audience from the far corner. But her legs were trembling. Natam, are you alright? Yeah, the sweat's just making it sting a little, that's all. Yeah, you're not fine. Ooh. Keep your fingers crossed, people! We still got, like, at least 20 minutes of game time to make it through, at least. The first notes of their debut song began to play. The girls closed their eyes. This was the story of their beginning. Oh, dear God. Injured, flawed, scared. Everyone, be strong. Do your best! I was always your fan! Everyone's shouting at me. Is it because I'm no good? Do they just want me to get off stage? That's probably what everyone's thinking. Words repeated in Mika's head. Shirataku, human failure, disappointment. What am I doing? I should never have left my home. I'll just get hurt in the outside world. I'll never be a prettier idol. But then Mika remembered something. Anyways, remember that your teammates are working alongside you, and I'm still here as your producer. Everyone here is part of this industry. It's nice working with people who all share a common dream, so there's no need to be a loner. I see. Everyone here shares my dreams. Everyone here loves anime. Everyone's here to take a break from reality. Everyone loves idols. I can't give up again. I don't want to be a human failure anymore. Yes! That's the breakthrough we've been looking for from my Shirataku. Look at these pigs squeal from my body. Let's give them a show to remember. But doubts ate through Julie's confidence. In reality, she wanted to see guys stare at her to avoid realizing the truth. No man was actually interested in her. For what did the flesh matter? Beauty was nothing more than a commodity in both entertainment and dating market. And no matter how confident Julie was in her appearance, beauty was something she did not have a monopoly over. Try as she did, there would always be someone else better to take men away. Pigs. Whatever. I know what's inside of me is shit rotten. I don't give a damn. She was just gonna be abandoned. Ever since she was a child, she was always abandoned by men, starting with the first man she laid eyes upon being born. That's not true. Guys can't get enough of me. I'll never be abandoned again. But did any of them love her? This is not the time to be thinking this, kid. Or did they merely lust after her looks? That's... Suddenly, Julie remembered what happened last night. Just kidding. Relax, Producer Sam. It's just a little off-the-record fun. As long as everything stays off the record, what's the problem? People do all sorts of stuff in the dark. They need a release, you know? Why drag that stuff out into the public when it can all disappear with the night? He's still here for me, isn't he? That cherry boy. He's not going to abandon me, is he? Of course not. He promised me that he would make me into an idol. To the end. To the very end. Producer-san, he'll always be by my side. I'm not going to stop! Everyone! I wonder if Aruna-san will yell at me tonight again. What if she uses her connections to harm my teammates? What if she ruins Producer-san's reputation? What if you go crazy and stab everyone in that theater? I won't let that happen. Doubts begin How scarily accurate! Darkness began to bubble in Nama's chest. Of course, I won't let that happen. I'm going to be the prettiest idol in the world. I'll get rid of anyone who stands in my way. Screw that woman! Trying to tell me what to do when she never even gave birth to me. She's just angry at my existence. Every time she looks at me, she's reminded that she failed as a woman. Well, you know, otaku-oriented entertainment used to be taboo in the past, but now it's mostly accepted as a part of the entertainment industry. As a leading figure in that sector, shouldn't your mother know all the career opportunities opened by becoming a successful idol? Even after a top idol's retirement, they go on to become well-known television personalities or join management roles themselves. I'm sure your mother must be aware of this. In fact, with such an impressive familial connection inside the industry, you really could. Oh God, excuse me. Should not be. You really could become a top idol. What reason does your mother have to prevent you from following your dreams? But Producer-san did have a point. Haruna-san wouldn't try to prevent me from becoming an idol unless she had a good reason. I mustn't. An idol doesn't think such hateful thoughts. What's come over me lately? I lose my temper so easily. Perhaps Haruna-san simply wishes to protect me. In any matter, a lady mustn't lose her composure so easily. Alright, let's beat the negativity and bring out the sunshine. Now times Neve's throbbed as she danced on the stage. This is getting dangerous. I wanted to dance my heart out for my debut live, but at this rate, Mom, everyone, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure if Nata can do this. I just wanted to make all the villagers accept us again, but when it's beginning to seep down Nata's knee socks. Damn, kid! Something like this is unfair. Why something like this always happens? Why something like this always happens to me? Well, Natan always tries her best to be happy. Because if Natan don't smile, bad things will happen. Everyone will be worried. But how could I smile when it hurts like this? Her legs are just about broken, aren't they? I'm ready for you, P-Kun. Oh God, please don't show up naked. What are you doing? Well, P-Kun, you said you'd find which parts of Natan had the most appeal. Natan's face broke into a grin as soon as she recalled that incident. P-Kun was sure flustered when he saw me naked. I wonder if that was the first time he'd ever been with naked with a girl before. But technically, he wasn't naked. Yeah, I wonder if I accidentally gave P-Kun his most treasured memory. Alright, I can't let him down today. A farmhand like Natan can't let a puny scraped knee hold her down, or else all the other villagers will laugh at her and say I became a pudgy city slicker. Natsuki's heard a voice shout for her. Natan, we're all here for you! She saw the old site manager along with the other construction workers shouting for her in the audience. Everyone, they all came to cheer me on, despite what happened. Alright! Finally, I'm here again. It took so much longer to come back here. But this is still nothing. If I'm really going to make Mommy happy, I'm going to need a stage much, much, much bigger than this. But doubts began to fester in Aki's chest. She remembered a ruined apartment, shards of glass, toppled furniture, trash everywhere. I can't let Mama down again. No. Or else Mama will. But being an idol's not a walk in the park either. There's always another girl chasing after you who will push you down just to get ahead. And no matter how hard you work, the grown-ups might not recognize your efforts. Suddenly, blind terror gripped Aki's heart. Not again. I don't want to be an idol if I have to do that again. Oh dear. There's no way I can be number one. It's impossible. Impossible. Impossible! You might not think it, but you're still young. There's still plenty of time to find your voice. Eh? What's up with the unexpectedly helpful advice? You trying to act like you're my dad or something? No, I'm just trying to be your producer. No. This time things will be different. I won't make the same mistakes as last time. Come on, get yourself together, you shit lolly. I'm younger, prettier, and better than all the other girls. Of course I'm going to be the shining star of Starnova. So, there's no need to doubt myself. This time, I'll really be the number one. Oh dear, are you okay? Maria's body ached and burned. No matter how much Maria tried to breathe, her lungs screamed for more oxygen. She was hardly even singing, and her moves were slow and sluggish compared to her younger teammates. Her face burned with shame. She probably looked like a middle-aged woman trying to look cool amongst fresh teenagers to the audience members. Ugh, I can't go on. As expected, my time's over, huh? I should have known. You don't even see idols in the mid-20s anymore. By then, they're already over the hill and long retired. I should have just accepted my defeat and died quietly somewhere, instead of raising a fuss and getting slaughtered like this. I guess that means it's over. And in the end, I couldn't even sing in the Tokyo Dome. So much for girlhood dreams. I really shouldn't have dropped out of middle school for this. If I hadn't done that, maybe I might have had a future. Maria bitterly recalled all the scenes of her life leading up to this moment. It was nothing but a field of disappointments, humiliation, and fruitless work. I guess this is how idols die. My only desire is to see Starnova on the biggest stage in Japan, shining stars powerful enough to turn the night into day. Spoken like a true producer. Something like that's obviously impossible. No matter how you look at it, we're just a bunch of washed up ex-idols or late starting beginners. Nowadays, idol agencies manufacture girls before they even hit puberty. Do you think we'll stand a chance against them? It's impossible. Even if we somehow do hit it big, it'll be moments before some young pretty face replaces us. Regardless, I'm someone who's not satisfied until I've done my very best. What's that fool producer saying? If I gave up before an idiot like him, how could I ever look at myself in the mirror again? Foolish pride will get us through this! Maria pushed her dark memories away. The future was still yet unwritten. She couldn't let what already happened prevent her from writing her own future. Tokyo Dome. One day, I'll still reach it. I'm a pro. I've got to lead the other girls on. Don't underestimate an idol! Sasami's heart was pounding so hard her chest could burst. Producer-san, everyone, we're finally idols. We're singing, dancing, and everyone's cheering for us. I'm so happy we could all sing together like this. From now on, we'll always be the 7 girls of Starnova. But deep inside, of course she's afraid. For a moment, she had been an idol before, but what she had found was not happiness, but bleak darkness. She had always grown up in a loving family, oblivious to the evils lurking outside of her home. Men sought to use their power to intimidate and exploit others. Good people willingly averted their eyes from injustices playing out in front of them. It was as if she had walked out to the sea, where the ground suddenly plunged into a deep, dark abyss so black that it could pull her into its depths. The longer she closed her eyes to the evils of the world, the deeper she would one day fall into that hole. This was what it means to be an idol. His words echoed in her head. So, I'm nothing but a thing to be sold? If my manager demands that I undress for a photo shoot, is that my only choice? I'm pretty sure Dad is supposed to be there. He starts again. I'm not Shimazaki Sasami. I'm an idol. From the moment she signed on to become an idol, she had ceased to be a girl and had become an object. An object men worship by tossing money to it. An object of veneration, flawless, innocent, and pure. An object paraded by the managers of this new religion across the nation to collect dues from men far and wide. An object obviously had no need for a life aside for the one given it by the managers. That filled Sasami's heart. So this is what the world's really like. I really should have just given up back then. What's the point of continuing to live in such a messed up world? But another voice called to her. Screw you! What the hell are you doing? In her darkest hour, a lone woman had dared stand amongst the countless who remained complacent that day. And society knew from that moment on that this man was different from the others. He would never treat her as an object. He would never witness an injustice occur before him and fail to act. What am I thinking? I'm just a coward. I need to be brave like Producer-san was that day. I can't give up just because of one bad experience. There's still good in this world. Producer-san, you're my hero. And so the 7 Broken Girls of Starnova debuted that night. The song ended, the audience broke into cheers and applause. Aki-chan, I knew you would come back to us! You fool! This isn't about Aki-chan anymore. This isn't about Maria. It's about everyone! Behold my brother! Oh my Jesus. For we have witnessed the rebirth of 7 new stars on this night. Starnova! Starnova! Nova! 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 The audience broke into an impromptu chant. The girls looked amongst themselves and laughed. Alright, let's go! Nova! 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 Amidst the celebration, I walked into the stage. Producer-san, why are you here? I calmed the audience down. Everyone, I'm the producer of these girls. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Even though we're a far cry from what you would expect from professional idols, this is a unit I've grown especially fond over the past few weeks. I hope you will all become fond of them as well. With that said, I have an announcement to make. Announcement? Hey, I never heard anything about this. What? What's going on? Don't tell me we're all being retired and replaced with teens. Idiot, calm down. Starting immediately, Starnova will perform weekly at this venue every Friday with 2 showings at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. The girls are gathered together and embrace one another. We did it! I knew this was going to happen, but this is just the beginning, you hear? Everyone better work their tails off from now on. Our forces report triumph at every quarter. The black song shall echo eternal. We've had quite a success right off the bat. It's all thanks to Producer-san's hard work, isn't it? Oh, of course we're going to perform every week. That's what idols do, right? I'm not impressed by this at all. Stop being so tsundere and enjoy the moment. We did it. The girls looked on in shock as Maria's face clenched together like a pug. I'm going to be an idol again. What are you crying for? Save your tears for later, because this is our reincarnation. Nova! 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 My neighbors probably think I'm insane. And so the story of how we were born concluded. In the end, it was but the first of many chapters in our days as idols. For a moment, we were all truly happy for taking the first step to realizing our dream. But our story was far from over. More trials awaited us, for success only brought bigger and darker troubles. Fame and fortune came hand in hand with sorrow. Our story of stardom continued. Dude, take my applause, man. Good work, Love in Space. That was one hell of a demo. Next time on Shining Song Starnova. Following their successful live debut, the team heads to a hot springs vacation. Oh, for fuck's sake. However, Producer-san finds himself in a whole lot of hot water when the girls fight amongst themselves as who should be selected to the center. After their vacation, the girls resume their journey to stardom. However, the question of who will become the center continues to loom over their unit. Trouble brews when Maria's old team mates from Quasar appear. The girls are invited onto a game show? But just what kind of weird game show? New photographs of the girls might have leaked onto the internet? Can Producer-san continue to manage his unruly talents, or is his story heading to an early bad end? All that and more in the next chapter of Shining Song Starnova. Dude, this concludes the Shining Song Starnova demo. We hope you enjoyed this introductory chapter. While they may have held their first live, there's still a long way to go until they become big idols. Please continue to watch over them as they continue to do their best in this story of 7 flawed girls trying to become famous. But can't wait until the game's released to find out what happens next. And they're shilling for their patron. I don't blame them. Also, keep your eyes peeled for future limited time goods such as character merchandise and physical collector's edition box set. Stock for physical... Oh, why am I still reading this? Merch is coming. Dude, good job. Like I said, one hell of a demo. There are a lot of demos I enjoyed. Not since the Walkerman demo have I walked away from a demo hyped for a game. I want to see how this goes, what happens next. Little nervous about the Hot Springs one, but so far they've handled it in a very mature way, all the nudity and minor fan service. So, yeah, I'm sure it will continue in that stream. It better continue in that stream. If it takes all this goodwill and flushes it, I'm going to kick somebody in the head. But I mean, shoot, you guys have seen it for yourself. It was just really, really solid work here. I mean, we've gotten to know all the girls. We know what their dark sides all are, and what their past all are, and you know, I like them. I mean, it's just like, but that's and. Eventually, I got to do a feature on this or some commentary on this. That's what character development is. Character development isn't something dramatic happening in the story. Character development is something happening and how the character reacts to it. And there's still so much that these girls have to go through. Natan and her village and whatever's going on with her village and the fact that she's wobbling around and dealing with pain in order to avoid her family's treatment. Julie's past as kind of a faux prostitute and how that's going to probably come back to haunt her and her self-doubts. Nemu being crazy. Aki and her abusive mother, which honestly that's a late one, but Jesus, she's probably rightfully the most screwed up of the group. Mika and her issues. Maria and her issues. Sasami and her issues. There's just so much that we've gotten to in this demo and still so much more to cover. I really want to see where this goes. So, yeah. Good work, Love and Space, man. Take my thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Great demo. It won me over. I thought I was going to be drinking the entire time and dealing with a fan service fest. The fact that we go from where we started to this says a lot about this demo. So, definitely check it out. The link's below. They have a Patreon. If you want to support their Patreon, it's there. Definitely get the demo. Tell them that JP sent you over if you donate to their Patreon. And check out Sunrider if you haven't. One day I need to play through that game because that's my guilty pleasure. I am shamefully fond of that game just because it's so fun. And I'm going to stop rambling now. Definitely check it out. Thank you guys for hanging with me for the entire demo. Like I said, from where we started to where we ended, never expected it to go this direction, but I am so happy it did. Leave a like in the description if you've enjoyed the playthrough. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we will see you next time. Can't wait for this thing to launch.